Hey, what's up, guys? This is a quick thought today about parents who have teenagers, and really this is applicable to anybody. I'm just going to use teenagers as an example. So if you've got kids or you're a human, this will probably help you a little bit. But one of the things that makes life pretty challenging is that it feels like as soon as you figure one phase of your life out, then something new comes in. So if you've got kids, then your kids are going to get older. They're going to get into different stages. If you're married, your married life is going to have different phases too, where maybe you're in school, becoming first-time home buyers, you're starting a family, maybe your health changes, or you have injuries or job changes, or things in your extended family start to have an impact. And the crazy thing is that all these changes are inevitable. So there's a huge argument here to do your work. Doing your work could mean all kinds of things. It could be, healing from the past and looking under all the rocks at what traumas you have. The interesting thing about trauma and things to heal over is that I think all of us have it. And we could have, an amazing childhood or an amazing parents and still have some things that we need to work through just because of how we perceive and conceptualize and understand, life through a child's perspective. I could share examples, but for the sake of time, I won't this time. So, with teenagers, for example, I know I'm in the thick of it, or the beginning stages of having teenagers, and it's interesting to watch myself in how I show up, and that because my kids are getting older and growing into who they are, and honestly just trying to figure out the world, and it's hard to see them perhaps struggle and waste time and do all the things. So if we as parents cannot take care of ourselves and manage ourselves, we're going to look extremely hypocritical in front of our kids when we're asking them to do, the hard things for them. We have expectations for them. And so I want to put into question, what are the expectations that you have for yourself? So a really interesting awareness piece in life is when we are blaming others, or we have advice for other people, or we have opinions about our kids and what they should and could be doing. It's a really good time for us to look at ourselves and be like, well, how am I doing this too? So as our kids forget to do homework or chores, or they have bad attitudes, or they're wasting more time than we want to see them waste on, whatever they do, whether it's YouTube or social media, if you let them have it, maybe it's video games. But I can guarantee you that there are things in your life as a dad that you're not doing, that you're neglecting, that you're wasting time, that you're having a bad attitude, that you're forgetting your commitments to. And the number one thing that I think we can do as parents is make sure we own that we shine a light on ourselves. And if we haven't done our work, if we don't have the tools, if we don't have the processes to properly process that in our own heads, it's going to be next to impossible to have that expectation on our kids and keep a really tight, good relationship there. So the next phase to that, I feel like for me, is now owning it and explaining to my kids, hey, this is what I was thinking, this is what I was feeling, this is, no excuses, but this is why I showed up this way, and I'm sorry. Like, I am sorry, but also maybe thanking them for your own progress, your own growth, and inviting them in to be a part of that. And that's, I don't know, I just can't help but feel connected with my kids after I do that, connected with myself, and being vulnerable in a strong way. So I'm surprisingly, maybe for some, I haven't always been great at communicating. And part of that dilemma has been trying to really do my work to get in touch with how am I feeling and why am I feeling this way, and then to be able to express it, when emotions are high and things are volatile. I mean, these are just the craziest stages for me personally. I don't know that everybody has this much work to do, but it has felt like a lot for me, and it is still a lot for me, but I'm just willing to do it more and more. So right now I'm in the gym parking lot, and that's something I'm willing to do. That's something I'm committed to do. I enjoy the tension and the failure, and I love all the tools and processes and the mind muscle connection. I just love the process. So even when I'm injured and banged up, it's like, okay, there's got to be a way to work through this. One of the most powerful connections in my mind has been, okay, when I'm having these confrontational conversations, particularly with Amber, but with anybody in my life now, it's like, okay, this is an invitation to walk into this relationship just like we walk into a gym or something like that, where we're going to face potentially heavy opposition, and we're not going to feel like stepping in front of the pain and carrying those burdens. But when we can make the connection, it's a little bit different than mind and muscle connection, but maybe it's mind and emotional connection, where it's like, okay, this is the rules to how I want to show up. These are the things I'm going to do. These are the things I'm not going to do. I call these rules of engagement, kind of a tactical approach to handling our crap and the people in our lives, so that we can come out the other side, not only connected with ourselves and connected with that person in a better way, but we can do it in a way where we are honest, genuine, sincere, vulnerable, and empowered, that we were willing to feel the feelings through all of it. I've had several conversations with Amber where maybe I say it the wrong way, and because I don't feel in alignment with myself when I say it that way, I'll say, hey, that's actually not how I feel. Let me try again. And it is so hard. It is so hard, especially when things are getting thrown at you and, you're taking them the wrong way, or maybe they intend to hurt you. I don't know, but I just can't help but want to share this with you guys. I didn't sleep very good last night. Because of the way I showed up, and it sucks. And it's totally great. It's totally an indicator as to the invitation for me to keep doing the work that I have. And so, it's crazy. It's hard to experience these new things and have all the things around us seemingly, other people going through hard times, and just the environment and politics and the economy. Like, this is heavy stuff. And when we have the tools and processes to go into the gym, and we have the right vision of what we're doing there, the gym can be fun. It can be enjoyable. And the invitation for you guys today who are watching and listening is to do the work. Like, get the tools, get empowered with the processes that are out there. It's going to enrich your life. It's going to make your faith in God better. It's going to make your relationship with Him so much better as you understand His parental role. And it's going to soften, and it's going to lighten the mood, and you're going to have a change of heart, and your desires are going to completely change, because you're going to understand yourself on a completely different level. And when we can do that, we can start to teach others, especially our freaking kids, you guys. Like, there's just I don't know, I don't want to be negative, but the times we live are just getting trickier and trickier. Things are louder, things are easier to escape and ignore what the real problems are. And so if we're not empowered as parents, if we're not doing our work, we're gonna miss out. We're gonna have a little bit of regret. We're gonna create bigger problems in our own lives and in our kids' lives, and we're not gonna break whatever we need to break out of ourselves and have these breakthroughs that will allow us to stay close, get closer. So I don't know if I shared enough. I probably didn't share anything extremely specific as far as a tool goes. I think if I had one clear message though, is if you'll do the work for yourself and then do the really hard thing and try to show up and teach your kids, you will gain a confidence that you can then maybe help your friends and your family. And you know, this isn't work where you go out and try to tell people how to live their lives. This isn't work where you solicit that people should be doing it better, or that you have all the answers. But if you can experience it, you can have your own testament that, hey, this is what I did, and maybe this will work for you. And always come to people and ask them permission before you just jump in and tell them how to live their lives. So do your work, help your family, start in your homes. As hard as it is, it's going to connect your home, make it a place of peace. Your kids will understand you on a whole different level. I think they're going to respect and love you for showing up that way. And you know, it feels good to be real, and it's also not easy. So anyway, love you guys, hope you have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next clip. See ya.